There are a lot of missing people out there. I don't understand why everyone is so focused on this chick and her boyfriend. Guys kill their girlfriends all the time. This is literally not a unique thing. It's a horrible thing, and no one's taken away from that. It's terrible. What could be more terrible than killing someone that trusted you and that you loved and loved you is when the horrors are transferred to society and they make a big deal of it, like she was more special than everyone else who they're trying to find or find out who killed. When she was missing, there were so many missing people. There still are. There were missing people who had been missing for lots longer than her. And the situation was even more mysterious than hers. And everyone, and some people are saying, well, it's because she was big on social media. She had a grand total of one YouTube video. I won't victimize the victim, that's for sure. But I'm also going to be realistic and looking at the police footage, the little bit that I could stomach, because it was just an hour of just the same old shit we're used to seeing. Only now there's the plot twist of a dead girl. And she's probably partially responsible for her own demise. It sounds like they were both suffering from a mental incapacity. Neither one of them belonged in a traveling situation in a small van. They were probably toxic to each other. Just based on what I'm seeing. I mean, I can't say I don't know either one of them. Nobody does except the ones who actually knew them. But my thing is, they were probably toxic. He slapped her around. He gaslit her, like my daughter said. Oh, Mom, he's a narcissist. That dude's a sociopath. He gaslit the shit out of her. But she was easy to gaslight. They didn't belong together, regardless of how they were together. They didn't belong together. They didn't belong in that van together. Some people are saying the cops could have protected her. This could have been the end of the road for them, and the cops could have taken her, and it'd have been the end, and she wouldn't have died. So they're going to blame the cops. But, I mean, since she turned up gone, other people have also turned up gone, and they've been totally ignored. The media has not, they don't give a shit. They do not care. So the families of the ones who are missing that are being ignored love them as much as Gabby's family loved her and still do love her. But they're being wholly ignored. Not kind of. They're being wholly ignored. And with her being gone, people apparently have raised the roof about it, because now they're focusing on some people that have been gone before her, that have been just ignored. Locally, it was a big deal, but across the globe, nobody gave a shit. And now you got this chick who had a grand total of one video on her YouTube, and her boyfriend, and I don't understand why there's so much focus on it. I don't get it. Why are so many people being ignored? Why are so many other missing women and young girls and guys even? Why are they being ignored? Why are so many guys getting away with doing this shit? Because the media hasn't paid it any mind, and the ones who locally have heard about it don't have the fight in them. Maybe the girl that the guy killed came from a family who just didn't give a shit about her. They were just pieces of crap. So no one's really fighting for this girl, whoever this generic girl could be. No one's really fighting for her to... She was white and blue-eyed. It's crazy. 701 women went missing in that area. Right! And I don't think that it's a totally racially motivated thing. I do believe that there is some race involved, because she portrayed herself as this bubbly, young, cheerful, fresh-faced, you know. But we now know, because of the police footage, there were layers to her onionness. There were layers, and I'm not saying she's the reason she's dead. I'm saying that she had no more business in that van than him. they apparently their families left them to their own devices. I don't know if they had any guidance. You can't do a whole lot with someone who's an adult. You can't control them. But if you have a good enough relationship with them, you can influence them regardless of why she's dead. We're still back to the same point, which is people get killed every day from the person they loved. Women are more likely to be killed by their partner than anyone else. That is a fact. That is a social media, that is a social fact. That is not me saying it, that's the truth. That is a fact. I have sympathy for her family. I think he is dead too. That's what I said. He's probably killed himself. And my daughter and me talked, and she said, that dude's out there offing himself right now. And then she thought about it and said, no, he's a narcissist. Narcissists don't harm themselves. They'll pretend to harm themselves. They'll even fake that they've harmed themselves. But they won't harm themselves. And she's got a good point. So if he is a narcissist, like textbook blend of narcissism and being a sociopath, he's not going to kill himself. He's out there trying to make it. I hope they bury his family for protecting him like they have. Not because he needs to, just because he needs to pay for what he's done, but he needs help too. And everyone's like, she suffered from mental problems. So did he. So do you support and defend people not getting the help they need when they have breakdowns? Or do you selectively support and defend the ones who don't get what they need when they have a mental breakdown? Both of these people had breakdowns. One ended up dead and one ended up on the run. He doesn't have a history of killing anyone, but suddenly people selectively choose who they will protect and defend and support because of a mental breakdown. They both needed help. Now she is without help. There's nothing that can help her. What about him? He needs to pay for what he did. Ileana, get down. Hold on, you guys. Hold on. Get down. He needs to pay for what he's done, and he needs to get help. He has something going on. He needs help. The people who spoke about him did say that he had suffered with mental problems. I haven't heard a lot about that. It's like they've decided to ignore that. They're afraid it'll give him a defense. He's not trying to get a defense. He's running from this. I'm sick of hearing about Gabby Petito. Shut up. Spread the love. Because so-and-so, Mary Jane Smith over here, and Sally Jones over here, their moms and dads loved them too. And they're sitting there shaking their heads going, why is everyone focusing on this one girl? We've been begging people to focus on our daughter for months. I just think social media is really pathetic in that they do this shit. It's just pathetic. I don't have less sympathy for Gabby Petito. It's not her fault that everyone's focusing on this. That's bullshit. I just wanted to put that out there because I'm watching these clips about Gabby Petito, and it keeps coming up my feed, and I switched to another YouTube channel to watch the other variety because I have my YouTube channel set up so that I only strictly watch certain things on one channel so that my feed, the algorithms will always be that kind of stuff. And then the other one, because my boy one for So Fug It, this one is ruined. It's filthy. It's got so much shit on there because I've been on it for so long. A lot of people feel the way you do. Do they really? I didn't know. I hadn't seen, which is why I'm doing this, because I have not seen anyone. Everyone's scared. Everyone's trying to be that liberal, political correct, where they go, oh, don't be the one in the room to say that. Of course, okay, Ivy Rose, because I've never seen your name before and you're not one of the trolls. Okay. Your whole Twitter feed. Yes, I sound like a sick person for caring about all the people that aren't being talked about, because you're not a troll. Let's see if we can't, yeah, we'll ban you, because you're a cunt. So, anyway, it's troubling. It's to the point that they're making me feel like I don't care about what's happened to her. And then I catch it, and then I say, no, 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 I can't be that way because it's not her fault. It's not her fault that the media is just focused on this. And you got the people in the true crime community that are eating this up. They are eating it up. They are just, they exist on this shit, you know? And it's like, that's the sick people right there. The ones that are like, did you hear the update? Why do you care? You know, instead of only going outside when you get your disability check cashed, why don't you go outside and live your life? Why are you you get thrilled, you get freaking happy when you hear about updates on this shit. And it's like they wait for the next big crime so they can focus. And when I see that happen in the true crime community, those are the murders and the crimes that I stay away from, because I can see they've already drawn in the sickest of the sick. And I don't, you know, I hate this news. Well, the whole nation falling into a madman like Mad Max show in real life. Yeah, it's just, I'm the anti-true crime community, and I've read well over 400 true crimes myself. 100% of the books. And I haven't read them in years because my eyes are bad. But I never craved it, and I never, it never gave me the excitement that I see in the true crime YouTube community. And I remember the Twitter community was bad. I'm not on Twitter. I haven't been on Twitter in many years. I know Facebook has a few true crime communities that are just freaking twisted, man. They crave it. And there's more out there to crave. Go look at some of the other ones. I mean, all you have to do is pull up that Google page and find a list of all the missing women. All the women who have been murdered by their boyfriends and justice was never found. Gabby. I'm trying to continue to care, but it is being pounded into everyone's head. It's old. I'm already over it. It's like 5-minute news. I'm already done with it. It was sad. Let's move on. There's more people out there that we need to fight for as well, or even if we're not fighting for them, that we have an interest in helping or interest in monitoring, you know? But I don't know. It's a weird world we live in, y'all. Very weird world where social media controls a lot of shit, including what we focus on when it comes to crime, distracting us from the things that really matter, you know, the things that are truly important, like things that truly affect our life. They don't want us to focus on the things that affect our life, so they keep throwing these public interest things out there, and they eat it up. Start whole communities about it. Fucking sick. Anyway, all right. I've got to get back to my life. I was going to day drink today. Not really. But I was joking around about it, and I was like, I can't. I got too much work to do. But everybody have a really fantastic rest of your day. And I'm going to go to work. You guys have a really good day. Bye.